are on section 4, which is the, what is that one? The drop it low skirt. And please forgive me for dirty hands, or not dirty hands, but at least messy nails and sounds of campsites being raised because we are currently camping. So we are going to start section 4, and I can show you what section 4 looks like because I did the first one already. There's 2 section 4s. So we have our nice long rectangle, and then at the ends we have these fun little sections here, and they are in Tunisian crochet and worked side to side. And you can see now with Tunisian crochet there is a clear front and back. Here's the front, here's the back, okay? And the front and back of the rest of this is only matters in the way of the section 2 with the column bag. There are 3 rows of post stitches on each little section that has the post stitches in the column bag on the front, and there are 2 on the back. So that's how you can tell the difference between the front and the back before we add on section 4. So on the very first side when we did section 4, I finished section 3, and section 3 finishes on a wrong side row. Section 4 starts on a wrong side row. So I was able to just finish, rotate, and then begin section 4. Okay, and then we're going to make section 4 again on the other side. So you want to start off with a wrong side row, which again you can see here we have 2 rows of post stitches. Here we have 3 rows of post stitches. Okay, there's the 1, 2, 3 rows of post stitches, or columns of post stitches. Here we have just the 2. So this is the back. So when you have the back up, we're going to start over on whichever end you start. If you're right or left-handed, your this is the end you start when you're working on a wrong side row here. We're going to join to the corner. Just, you know, get yourself joined to the corner. It's not really a big deal. Okay, and then chain 1, and now we need to make a single crochet in all 11 stitches. So this little beginning dude is a stitch. I'm going to get myself a single crochet in there. 1 and 2, and you'll notice as we're going across, and I start off with a single crochet on these 11 stitches. When you're doing it on the other end, the stitches are reversed, so the 11 stitches are actually at the end of the row instead of the beginning, but it's written in the pattern, so you're all good. So single crochet in each of these 11 stitches. That was 2. I am using my Tunisian hook. You can use the regular hook for this row if you want, but everything after this row has to be done with your Tunisian hook. So I just am using the Tunisian hook for this row as well. Okay, that's 11. And now we're going to single crochet. We're going to place 3 single crochet around each of the next 3 stitches, and then we're going to single crochet into where we joined, and that will be 10 more stitches. So 3 single crochet around each of the next 3 stitches, single crochet in the seam here in the join, and then we are going to place 2 single crochet around each of the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches. 2 single crochet around each of the next 7 stitches. And now 3 single crochet around each of the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stitches. And we have 3 single crochet around each of those 7 stitches, and then we're placing 1 more single crochet in this corner here, and that actually will all added together equal 60 single crochet across this edge. Now we are ready for row 2. For row 2, we turn our work, and this is where we begin our Tunisian. So we're going to do the first row of Tunisian here. And what we're doing is we're going to skip that very first single crochet. We're going to insert our hook into the next single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then insert the hook into the next single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop. Keep doing that all the way across. When you're done, you should have 60 loops on your Tunisian hook. Okay, 60. And now we're going to do our return pass. And our return pass is pretty easy. We just yarn over, pull through 1, and now we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 all the way across. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and just keep doing that all the way across until you just have 1 loop left on your hook. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. Yarn over, pull through 2, and there we go. And now for row 3, we are just doing a regular Tunisian knit stitch row. So to do that, we're going to ignore this little loop that's right here, okay? And you see this next loop, how it has a front leg, and then back here, there's the back leg. We're going to go in between those two, and then out through the back. Yarn over, pull up a loop. And we're going to do that all the way across. So here's the next stitch. In between the front and the back leg, yarn over, pull up a loop. In between the front and the back leg to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop. In between the front and the back leg towards the back, yarn over, pull up a loop. Going to do that across. You'll get 59 stitches on your hook, 59 loops on your hook until you get to the very last stitch, and then we'll look at that very last stitch. It's called the end stitch. We'll do that one together, and that will give you 60 loops on your hook. So keep doing this regular Tunisian knit stitch until we just have that very last stitch to deal with. Here's our last regular stitch. That makes 59, and then we have this little end bit. And what we're going to do is put our hook just underneath these 2 last loops. Okay, so there's our end bit, going to go underneath these 2 last loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now we have 60 loops on our hook, and our return pass is exactly the same. We yarned over, pulled through 1, and now we're just going to yarn over, pull through 2, all the way across, and that will be our return pass for row 3. And then row 4, we're going to make exactly the same as row 3. So let's finish up row 3, make row 4, and then we will meet back here for row 5, which is our first decrease row. Okay, here we are with row 5 of section 4. And this is our first decrease row. So we're going to start off with a Tunisian knit stitch 2 together. So remember how we always skip that first one and then we went underneath the second one and straight through? What we're actually going to do is going to go underneath the second stitch and then underneath the third stitch and then back through to the back. So we're actually catching the front leg of 2 stitches, yarn over, pull through everything, and that's the Tunisian knit stitch 2 together. Now we're going to do the Tunisian knit stitch across until there's just the 3 stitches left. Alright, and when we're done with this, we'll have 58 loops on our hook. So if you're counting your loops, we're going to go across until there's 56 loops on our hook. Alright, so we'll go across until there's 56 loops on our hook. There'll be 3 stitches left, and then we will do the next part. Okay, I just finished 56. That's 56 loops on my hook, and I have 3 stitches left, these 2 regular stitches in the very last stitch. So we're going to Tunisian knit stitch 2 together again, which means we're going to go under 1 front leg and then the next front leg and then through to the back, yarn over, pull through, and then all we have left is the end stitch where we go underneath these 2 loops, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now you will have 58 stitches on your Tunisian crochet hook. we're going to do the yarn over, pull through 1, and then yarn over, pull through 2 all the way across. That will be the end of row, what is this, 5, row 5. For row 6, we'll do a regular Tunisian knit stitch row. Row 7 will have a decrease row. Row 8 will be a regular Tunisian knit stitch row, and row 9 will be a decrease row. And then we will come back here for row 10, because row 10 is, whoopsie, row 10 is a drop stitch, Tunisian drop stitch row, and we will show you that. So go all the way up through the end of row 9, and I will meet you back here for row 10. So now we are beginning row 10, which is a Tunisian drop stitch row, which is super fun. All right, so we're going to begin by chaining 2. Normally we don't chain any at the beginning. This time we chain 2. Now we're going to yarn over twice. 1, 2. And then we're going to basically work a Tunisian knit stitch. We're going to go in underneath the front leg of the next stitch and through to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop. And we're going to keep doing that where we yarn over twice. 1, 2, insert the hook underneath the front leg of the next stitch and go all the way through to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over twice. 1, 2, insert the leg, insert the hook underneath the front leg, so you're in between the front and the back legs, underneath the front leg, through to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over twice, insert the hook underneath the front leg, go to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop. Keep doing that all the way across. When you get to the end stitch, you're going to yarn over twice and then do the end stitch. So I'll meet you back here at the end stitch. In the meantime, yarn over 2 and then Tunisian knit stitch. Yarn over 2, Tunisian knit stitch. I will meet you at the end stitch. Okay, we're yarning over 2, making this very last Tunisian knit stitch, and now all we have left is the end stitch, so we're going to yarn over 2 and then go into the end stitch the same as before, where we're just catching these 2 loops here, yarn over, pull up a loop. And now it's time to do the return pass for the Tunisian drop stitch. We start off by making 3 chains. Chain 1, chain 2, chain 3, and then we're going to pinch this loop and pull our hook out of the loop, remove the 2 yarn overs, put the hook back in the loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pinch the loop, pull the hook out of the loop, pull off the 2 yarn overs, put the loop back on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to continue to do that across. Pinch the loop, pull the loop off the hook, remove the 2 yarn overs, put the hook back through the loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Do that all the way across and you'll end up with just that one last loop on your hook, and that will be the end of row 10. From here you're completing the last 6 rows over and over. So rows 5 through 10 you will complete 4 more times after this, so you'll have 5 sections of the Tunisian drop stitch, and then after that you'll just repeat rows 5 and 6 over and over again until you are down to 12 stitches, and then we will do our Tunisian knit stitch bind off with a single crochet bind off. So we will meet back here when it is time for your bind off. Okay, we are doing the bind off row for section 4 here, and this is a Tunisian knit stitch bind off, but we're doing the single crochet version. So what you're going to do is, just like you were going to do a regular Tunisian knit stitch, you're going to go under the front leg, in between the front and the back legs, and through to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop, And now you're just going to essentially make a single crochet, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to do that all the way across. So that was 1. Here's the next one. 2. Okay, in between the front and back leg to the back. Pull up the loop, single crochet 3, all the way to the end. 9, 10, and even though our last row ended with 12 stitches, you'll see that when we get to the very end here, it's only on stitch 11, and that is just the way that it works. So that's fine. There are 11 stitches across the top here, and that is the very end of the Tunisian section, which is section 5. Sorry, which is section 4. And we are ready to begin section 5.